What is up guys, it's your boy Sharky and welcome back to another video. Today is a different one, but it's exciting because we're going to be discussing Stardew Valley 1.6, which will be the next update, and also some news on the new game Haunted Chocolatier from the developer of Stardew Valley. Now, I have actually done a video regarding the Stardew Valley, the future of it, the 1.6 update. I did it at the start of the year, and in that video, I kind of gave my thoughts and opinions on where Stardew Valley was going from here, and I kind of thought that 1.5 was going to be the last and final biggest content update that we had. I kind of felt like it was coming towards the end, the game was in a good place, just as the developer said himself, and I did say in that video, if there was going to be a new update for Stardew Valley after 1.5, it is going to be something quite minor. It's going to add just some small content, nothing crazy like we've had with the previous two. And to my surprise, I'm actually quite right. I'm very spot on with what I said in that video, because today, of me doing this video, we have got some news regarding 1.6 from the developer himself. Now, it's nothing major, but he has gave us an insight to the future of Stardew Valley, more than we ever had. We was kind of answering our own questions, and we didn't really know what was happening with Stardew Valley. I wasn't sure if there's going to be any more updates at all, but we've got something. We can now cling on to hope that Stardew Valley will be getting a 1.6 update. And the reason why is because of this one single tweet here. Well, he replied to somebody tweeting out. Somebody asked, "Hey Concerned Ape, I love Stardew Valley and I can't wait for Haunted Chocolatier. Can I ask you two questions regarding Stardew and Haunted Chocolatier? Number one, will Stardew get more future updates like 1.6 or even 1.7? And number two, will the Haunted Chocolatier include Stardew Valley references?" Now, Concerned Ape actually replied. So the first straight up answer was 1.6, yes. So there we have it straight away, confirmed there is going to be a 1.6 update. But he says it is mostly a modding focused update, which makes modders' lives easier. And there will be some new content, but it won't be huge. And then he said 1.7, who knows? Now, we will talk about Haunted Chocolatier towards the end of this video. I'm going to discuss the future of Stardew Valley and this new news that we've got around 1.6 first. So like I said, 1.6 confirmed, yes, and it's just like what I predicted, at the start of the year. It is going to be quite minor, but we are going to get some new content, which is exciting. It's not going to be huge, nothing like 1.5, with Ginger Island, etc. But it's nice to know that there is still going to be some new content that I don't know what it would be. I can't think of what it could be, but it's still exciting news, and it's kind of hopeful as well to think, what's coming next. And this is quite interesting around the focus on modding. So he's creating 1.6 basically for all of the modders out there, which Stardew Valley has a huge modding community. The mods really make the game, and Concerned Ape has always wanted Stardew Valley to be welcomed by modders and let them go free and add lots of content themselves. I think he's really wanted that from day one. And obviously it must be quite challenging or difficult to make mods for the game at the state it is, because maybe he never had that in mind at the start when he was creating it. So yeah, he's going to be doing some fixes or changes, which is going to make adding mods easier, which I can imagine a lot of the modders out there are really excited and hopeful for this. But at the same time, it kind of says to me as well that, I am kind of done with adding tons of content to this game. I'm going to kind of leave it to the modders. They can add a load of new things and let everybody enjoy it from their point of view, which, I'm really having a blast with the mods. It does change the game completely, and I kind of feel that's what Concerned Ape's doing here. He's taking a reign back now. He's going to focus his time on Haunted Chocolatier, and he's going to let the modders enjoy the game and go crazy. And regarding 1.7, he's not completely said no. He did say who knows, and I think Concerned Ape, he has a big love and passion for Stardew Valley. Even last year, he did kind of say, I'm happy where Stardew Valley is, I'm not making any promises, I'm kind of like, happy and done where it is, I want to focus on my new game, I'm not thinking of any updates. And a few months later, here we are now, he's wanting to make new updates, so he can change his mind whenever he wants. I can imagine his mind is filled with tons of ideas for Stardew Valley. And I think he realizes how big the game is as well, the community, and it's one of those games that's really just gonna be around for a long time. But it's exciting that we have a 1.6 guaranteed here. He said yes, straight away, full blown yes with a full stop, so he's got something in mind. Now, you're gonna be asking also, when will we see 1.6? So someone did tweet here asking when is 1.6, and he replied after saying when 1.5 drops. Now this was in March, and obviously it doesn't mean the major PC 1.5 update, is referencing the mobile 1.5 update, because there is a big thing right now where Stardew Valley 1.5 is still not released on mobile. Apparently there's a lot of problems and complications around this, and it's taken a long time. But he has confirmed that he does not want 1.6 to release yet until 1.5 has released on every other platform, and right now there is only the mobile that is missing it, so we can expect that when we know 1.5 is here for the mobile. So that is some news around Stardew Valley. And now I want to talk about Haunted Chocolatier, his second game that Eric Brown is making, the new one that he's putting all of his focus and time into, because we have had a little bit of updates and some sneak peeks from this game since my last video where, I reacted to the announcement of this game. I do see that, Eric Brown, Concerned Ape, is replying to a lot of people's questions on Twitter, and I see things pop up all the time, like this one here, someone said, Haunted Chocolatier, ? Kind of like, what's going on with this game? And he replied saying he's working on it every single day, so just like he did with Stardew Valley, all of his, time and efforts and passion are going into this new game right now. So yeah, it's going to be huge. Some other tweets here, someone asked if Haunted Chocolatier is going to be on mobile once it's released, and he did reply saying, I am not committing to any platforms yet, only PC. I kind of feel like Concerned Ape is scarred from releasing games on other platforms because he had such a hard time and a lot of complications when it came to console and mobile, etc. It's kind of easy just to put it on PC and leave it there. So, you know what, I don't blame him. It's just focus on PC for now and then follow up on consoles later on down the line. But he has got a bit more experience with that now, so it could be a lot easier for him. Another tweet here, someone said, Haunted Chocolatier is still just an incredibly bizarre title to me, and it looks so bright and cheerful. I would have expected a Halloween spooky vibe at least. Now, when I first watched the trailer, the gameplay trailer and the launch of Haunted Chocolatier, I was also asking this question. What is this game? What kind of genre is it? The title was confusing, and I just didn't get it, It was so mysterious. The Concerned AP replies saying, it's going to make more sense when the game is complete. I guess that's it. We'll just have to wait until we, play the game from the beginning, the story, and it'll all fall together and make sense. Because it is, right now, a game of mysteries. There's a lot of question marks on Haunted Chocolatier. A lot of people are asking, what is it? Now, we have some little sneak peeks of screenshots here that I want to show you. We've got one here of the bus. There is a bus with carrots or something growing on top of it with a little deck chair. It gives me a lot of, apocalyptic vibes here, Like a broken down bus and someone's kind of living on it. There is a little purple slime here. I love the artwork. It's so similar to Stardew Valley, which is so good. There's also another screenshot here that we got of this spooky mansion or haunted house in the winter. I mean, look at the trees and the artwork and the sky. It looks so similar to Stardew Valley. And I mean, of course it is. It's from the same developer, right? And I'm pretty sure he did mention that it's kind of set in the same universe, and it will be tying some Stardew Valley links and references in here, but he does want to keep the game kind of, his own game. I did see a comment around that. And we've got another sneak peek here of this one inside. This must be where you produce your chocolate, obviously. It looks like some kind of honey here. You have these little ghosts that work for you. Some kind of laboratory or scientific, maybe a research center or something like that. And on this table, there's 3 empty slots where you can place 3 things. So maybe this is where you craft or produce things. I'm not 100% sure what is going on here, but it's definitely some kind of factory or workplace. We also got a sneak peek of some of the combat. We got a little bit of a sneak peek video of how combat works, which is this one here where the player is actually fighting some kind of bee, some queen bee, and you can actually block with your shield, which is cool, and the enemy gets parried. I like that animation where it goes dizzy and it kind of stuns it for a little bit, gives you a bit of time to attack, which obviously in Stardew Valley that never kind of happened. But again, you can see more of the slimes in the corner there hiding away. They look very similar to the slimes that we have in Stardew Valley. And we've got to bear in mind as well, this game that we're looking at right now in this, this detail and graphics, this could change. This could become totally different when it's finished. This could just be a template and a start to how the game's going to be. The old visuals and looks of it could change completely. There's some tweets here saying there will be music in the game, he's just not added it yet because someone was asking about music. He's a very good composer. I love the Stardew Valley soundtrack. It makes the game for me. The music is beautiful, so I can't wait to listen to the music of Haunted Chocolatier as well. I feel like it's going to be a little bit more gothic, a bit more mysterious and spooky. It's going to be very interesting. But I feel like that is it. We've got some great, amazing, exciting news for Stardew Valley 1.6 and a little bit more news on Haunted Chocolatier. Two things that I'm super excited for. And like I said, 1.6, I do know it's going to be quite small and it's not going to be something huge, but it's nice and hopeful to know that there is something coming and new stuff. We know that Ginger Island and 1.5 was huge. That was massive. I know we'll never expect anything like that again, but just adding new content, so new, maybe some new dialogue, stories, heart events, maybe even some cheeky little like new items. It's going to be interesting and I can't wait. And maybe we might get that towards the end of this year. That is when he likes to drop updates. It is usually around the end of the year. So who knows if 1.5 hurries up and comes to mobile finally, and then we'll eventually get 1.6. And Haunted Chocolatier just looks amazing. I just can't wait for that, but I think that's a few years off yet. He will drop it as a full release and we just don't know how early in development this game is. But yeah, that is it. Some news on two things there. Hopefully you guys are excited just like me. I thought I had to make a video on this because when I saw the comment of him confirming 1.6, my heart pounded a little bit. I thought, oh my god, it's confirmed. Hit the like button if you are excited for 1.6. What do you think will be added to it? What content that he mentioned do you think will be coming? Subscribe if you haven't. But guys, until then, I'll see you on the next one. Stay safe, and most of all, stay cozy.